doing, Rodney?
Putting in bigger windows. Not gonna hold them long. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh boy.
No time like the present.
Windows how wide?
"34 inches.
And how wide's the new one gonna be?
8 foot.
Here it goes. Going back now. Well, I mean, we could patch it. You sure we wanna do this? Okay, I guess we're doing this. So whenever you're opening up a wall in an older house, you want to make sure you go slow as you're taking the wall out. You never know where electrical might be. You don't know what previous owners have done in renovations, and codes were different, so just take it easy, take your time. What are you thinking?
So all that huffing and puffing was because we discovered that the dining room floor as we see it today is actually a raised subfloor from the previous carport version that it was. But we didn't know that going into it. It makes a lot of sense because this floor is obviously higher than the concrete that we see outside of the window, but it did present us a challenge. We originally planned on framing the windows so that they'd slide right into place, but it did mean a little bit more creative framing and making sure that we were waterproofing this kind of subfloor, this pocket of air that's underneath the subfloor from the exterior, and we were able to reuse some siding and got in some flashing to help us with that.
Because this was a load-bearing wall, we needed to make sure we supported the structure before modifying the wall. So we put 10-foot 2x4s with 3 vertical posts on both the outside and the inside to support the roof while we made our modifications to the wall.
Whenever you're working on an old home with real wood siding, it's a really good idea as you're doing your modifications and your renovations to cut out sections of that siding and save them in best condition you can. You never know when you might need a repair, and real wood siding is just not made the same dimension anymore.
That's about what's gonna look like.
I hope not. Oh, it looks good.
Now we have got a hole.
Don't turn it back now.
Wow.
So because of our realization of the floor height difference between the interior and the exterior, it also meant removing the original carport header. We had originally hoped to work with that. There was a bit of a, I guess, pony wall, if you will, I don't know what else to call it, that goes around the top of a carport that we're used to seeing in these 1960s homes, where it's just like a 1 to 2 foot height wall that just sits at the top and the lower part is open. We had hoped to just reuse that original header that would have been supporting that wall. The problem is once this floor was raised and our 8-foot tall windows needed to go in, we had to move the header up about 12 inches. So we had to cut out the old and replace with the new.
So how did we change the sliding doors to these windows? Well, we had these sliding doors in storage for multiple years, hoping to one day use them, but this project came along first. And when we started poking around with the way the doors were built, we realized that the middle frame around the glass could be removed and the glass would still be sealed. So we disassembled the frame and then started sort of engineering a wooden frame to go around it as a replacement.
So once we got a little bit of engineering under our belt, we realized that the windows were about 3/4 of an inch thick. It is a 2-pane glass, and so what we needed to figure out is how to get this window relief to the right depth for both the interior and the exterior, which meant how do we center this glass inside of a frame. We were able to accomplish this by using 1x4 trim that is truly about 3/4 of an inch, so it worked out perfectly for us. So 2 of the 3/4 became 1.5 inch, and then the 3/4 of the glass itself became about 2 1/4, and so we were able to work with that and the 2x4s, creating a groove for the exterior of the frame. So once we had decided on the frame to hold the glass into place, it was a matter of just securing the 1x4s to the 2x4s, and that's what holds the glass in place and makes the window frame itself. Then it was a matter of getting it secured into the rough opening that we had created in the wall itself. We were able to do that with obviously another set of 2x4s, and then using this 1x6 or 1x8 trim in between the window here to conceal everything and make sure that we had a nice seal to the siding to our new frame.
Right, we got them up. It's 11 p.m. They are up. How do you feel?
Tired.
Yeah? You like them?
They do exist.
And we don't have a giant hole tonight as we sleep. Alright, so I didn't really get to... Start over. Alright, so I didn't really get to update yesterday because I had drag show getting ready all day long, but Rodney got a lot of stuff done while I was busy. He got everything sealed and caulked up here, and he's got the beginning of the molding in. And it's got the molding on the outside. Well, no, got it all sealed up on the outside as well. Some of the molding in, and that's what we're going to finish today, as well as sheetrock, as well as clean all this up. Woo! What a relaxing weekend.
Alright guys, so that's it for episode 2, or phase 2 of this project, where we decided to randomly add sliding doors as windows into our dining room.
If you want to see the final part, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified when the next video goes up.
And as always, we want to give a big shout out to all of our members, so thank you guys very much for your support.
If you haven't already, make sure you follow us on our other social medias. We are at Rodney and Jake on both Instagram and TikTok. And make sure you check out our website, rodneyandjake.com, where we cover this more in depth in a blog, as well as other things we've done around the house.
We'll see you guys next time.